gallery of time may seem long, but the exit is near. Don't be fooled. Open the final door and see the truth. With that piece of advice, we are almost done with the gallery of time. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dark Cloud. I'm PonyShop135. In the last episode, we went through more of the gallery of time. And here, we begin we head towards the final leg. Before we get started, in between videos, what I did was I built up and broke down the other goddess ring that we had, and I gave it to the Hexablaster. So you can see it maxes out the magic, and it cranks the attack up to 94. Jumps all the elements up by a significant portion, and just kind of jumps up undead and mage. So, you double check, make sure we're all good. Yeah, we're solid. So, to the gallery of time. "300 years ago. See how this place is starting to look presentable. Yes, the next 5 floors are character exclusive, starting with order of appearance: Zhao, Goro, Ruby, Gaga, and Ozma. So right now we're playing as Zhao and her overpowered slingshot. I'm not going to worry about the Steve dialogue. Oof. Ow. Wow, I'm getting bombarded everywhere I turn. Okay, time to upgrade Steve. He really doesn't need anything because, yeah. Stop guarding, God. Okay. Alright. So, something I want to talk about that's been buzzing around my head for the past couple of days is a conspiracy theory, I guess you could call it. The theory of who created Ghosuke. If you remember back in Muskalaka, we encountered Ghosuke and Toto. Oh, bollocks. Okay, I got a little too careless. We're down to 3,000. Still not hurting. Anyway, gotta pay more attention. Anyway, if you remember back in Muskalaka, we met Ghosuke, the living golem, who had the sun sword inside of him the whole time. We have no idea who created Ghosuke. He said he was created by somebody to fulfill a certain mission, and that certain mission was to deliver us the sun sword. So I've got 3 ideas about who it could be, and I'll talk about them from least likely to most likely. Suspect number 1 is Iga, Towen's father. We don't know too much about him. Power powder, that's pretty nice. Anyway, we don't know too much about him other than the fact that he was a powerful warrior. He spent time in Muskalaka, and he was almost selected to be the next chief of Muskalaka, beating out Chief Banka. So given that what we don't know about him is he could have had some sort of magical artifact, or he could have had some sort of magical power, or this could be just, you know, a certain fan base of me speaking, but he could have been an alchemist. He could have gotten the Sun Sword and left it with Gosuke, well, left it with Gosuke as, you know, some sort of birthright for Toa. But the reason why he's at the bottom of the suspect list, I give him a good 20% chance of it being him, is because it boils down to the fact that we don't know too much about him. We know that he was an excellent warrior, that he was one of the strongest that the Muskalaka village has ever seen, and that's a village of warriors. But we don't know if he had any magic prowess or any sort of artifact or, you know, any skills. So he's the least likeliest candidate. Candidate number 2 would be the Fairy King, Simba. Now, we know the Fairy King has magic powers. He's able to teleport, talk to us on a psychic level, turn houses, different housing accoutrements, and people to Atamilia spheres. He also has the power to enchant our default weapons so that they never break, or they don't disappear when broken. So, in theory, he could have built Gosuke with the Sun Sword as, you know, some sort of way to help out with the Dark Genie problem. And here we are at 310 years ago playing as Goro. Anyway, God, look at that damage. Woof. Anyway, the Fairy King could have had precognitive powers. So he could have seen the Dark Genie coming. He could have seen Toan being the heir to the Atamilia, and he could have just left us that as, you know, as a way to help us. But aside from the reason why he's least likely is because he's acted more as an observer, helping us out in only, you know, just like small portions, not really doing anything, you know, that would directly benefit us, other than just giving us advice and, you know, helping us out. So he gets 30% likelihood of it being him. And the one that has 50% of the lion's share of the oof. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Anyway, who could be the most likely is Seda. Ooh, I should have gotten more chicken. Gonna need to figure out a way to deal with them. Okay, anyway. Because we've seen Seda's story, or we're experiencing Seda's story right now. He has a vast amount of magical power, skills, and abilities. We can only assume that he's had devastating powers in that war, that he was granted the Dark Genie powers. But, ooh, that felt good. I popped my neck, so don't worry, I'm not doing anything weird. Anyway, during that war where he got the dark power, we know we can infer that he's had devastating, abilities. But we also saw that he has the power of time travel. In fact, his last act before he died was he was able to open up, the Gallery of Time, allowing us to go backwards into his history. Deleting his browser history along the way. Anyway, but seeing as he had no choice but to accept that the Atamilia had accepted us, he could have jumped back in time, created Ghosuke, gave him the Sun Sword, and told him to hang on to it until we got there. As a way to help us out, clear up his mistake. So that's my theory about it. You're welcome to discuss it. You're welcome to, tell me I'm wrong or tell me I'm an idiot. Just keep it civil. Anyway, here we are at 322 with Ruby. Let's go to fire. Oof. Ow. Okay, no, we're not having another situation where I get KO'd again. What is she weak to? Ice? Yes, okay, good. Alright. Billy. I have another conspiracy theory, or another theory about this game, but it's one that I feel like makes less sense, and that is maybe Seda is actually Towen's father, Iga. Because if you think about it, the only people we've encountered that talks about Iga is Chief Banka and Enya from Muscalaka. Nobody else mentions him. Not even villagers from Maroon, and not even Renee. And so, oof. So my theory could be that after we encountered Seda back at the Divine Beast Cave, he probably pulled a trying to get my words together on this one. Probably pulled the same stunt that John Connor's best friend pulled in the first Terminator film, and created John Connor. It's still kind of weird, but that's how time travel works. I don't know, like I said, that theory is less prevailing than my Ghosuke theory. But it does feel like that the whole Iga thread was, just a last minute thing, and they didn't consider putting in any extra dialogue for Naroon Village talking about it. Wind. Okay, come on, OBS, don't give me fits over there. Alright. So, yeah. I got the map. Wind, right? Yes. The next guess was going to be thunder. Okay, I don't think this is going to be a king mimic. Okay, good. Alright. Treasure key. Got... Ooh, the Terra Sword. No point in me going over that. Actually, never seen Terra Sword base stats. What are they? 120 attack, 50 endurance, 75 speed, 22 magic, 30, 20, 30, 32, 16, 16, 16, 16. Wow, okay, alright. Yeah, and this one still needs work. Alright. Well. Well, touch the clock face. Right, and we're gonna leave. So yeah, yeah, this is going to be a really short episode, but trust me, it's worth it because, I don't know, I did a lot of conspiracy theory talking, or theory talking. Alright, so, next time on Dark Cloud, we're going to continue through the gallery. See you guys next time.